Today, we are going to predict the next season for FC Barcelona. I got some crazy predictions in here, and I'm hoping they come true, obviously. Shout out Michi, this YouTuber. I saw one of his videos where he did a prediction on a slideshow, and I thought, yo, let me just copy that real quick. All right, let's go. Let's see if I'm a fortune teller or none of these come true. We got category 1. The new faces, right? We're talking about the new signings, the people that are coming in, my thoughts and opinions on previous people. You know, new faces doesn't just come down to, oh, new signing, are they going to do good or not? We're talking about new faces for being the best, maybe being the worst. By the way, this is my opinion. Everything I say is my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. If you do agree with me, leave it in the comments and I will probably react. If you don't agree with me, leave it in the comments and I will probably not react. Anthony Gordon to become an instant fan favorite. I believe he's going to have the performance that we thought Marcus Rashford was going to have. Watching him at the World Cup, he was absolutely phenomenal. He did everything for England. I think he started off at the bench in the beginning of the games after they realized whoever the hell was on that wing was not that great. I think it was Rashford again. He took that spot over and he claimed that spot. He has great pace. His dribbling is okay. I wouldn't say it's peak level dribbling, but it's what we need with Hansi Flick's system of just attack, attack, attack. This guy is going to be amazing. And I think he's going to give that feeling of Rafinha's, and here I put debut season, but more like the season of, oh my God, Rafinha is so good type of vibe, you know? When Rafinha in that first season with Hansi Flick, the way we saw him play, the way he attacked, the way he put pressure and all this stuff, I think he's going to come in and do extra. I think he's going to be a little bit better than Rafinha on that. Bold prediction, but I think he's going to be amazing. And, you know, I'm just excited to watch the games when the season starts. Well, moving right along, as I was talking about, I think this is going to be, unfortunately, Rafinha's worst season ever. Now, let's be real, Barca fans. Last season, I think that was the most disappointing season that Rafinha could have given us, right? How many times did he get injured? And okay, pause me there if you need to. I understand people get injured, you know, it's a sport. They're colliding, they're doing crazy things, they're moving like crazy, they get hit, whatever, cool. But why is he getting injured every time we actually need him? Every single knockout game, even in the Champions League game, we needed him. We needed his passion, his fury. I mean, look at the games. He could go up and down the field, all this stuff. He was good. But he wasn't that breakout season like he had under Hansi Flick's first season. And I think that hurt us a lot. And because of how much he gives for Brazil, even though they lose literally everything, especially how he gave so much during a friendly game to get injured, by the way. Look, I love the guy. He's a great player. But I think he's just going to show his age. I think he's going to get taken over in his spot. I think Gordon is going to take that. Moving right on. Hamza Abdelkarim becomes undroppable. Now Hamza plays for the Atletico side, the youngster side of Barcelona, but he did get to come onto the preseason. As I'm recording, I think there's another preseason tomorrow. We'll see if he starts or not, or if he even plays. However, we all know at Barca, the striker position has been cooked ever since Lewandowski left us. And especially this prediction I feel very strongly for if Varane leaves. I mean, he's trying to go to PSG. That boy said the Barca fans, the Barca team, the Barca whatever need to show that they love me. Brother, you scored 1 goal at the World Cup final. Like, that's great. That's huge. But imagine how many times, how many chances he got and missed. He had great numbers, by the way, last season. But those numbers could have rivaled, like, freaking golden boot status if he actually finished the chances he got. Just to watch the chances he got and him missing, it's disgusting. And I think Hamza, with what I've seen with the brace that he got in the last preseason, and plus because that is our position where it's a little weak, and we know Barca is known to use their academy players or, you know, B team players or whatever, I believe he will get a chance to be in the first team, especially if we don't get Alvarez, but I'm pretty sure we will. That prediction's coming up. But I think this boy's going to do wonders, and he may even be exactly what we need just right there. Boom. As I was talking about Alvarez, I believe we're gonna sign Alvarez. Okay, it's a crazy drama. I know it's like just let it go already. Just let it just go. You know what I mean? Like we're sick of hearing it. We're sick of hearing talks are underway. Like okay, cool, right? And it seems like Atletico does not want to let him go. But as of today, stuff's happening. I think they're getting some plan underway. They're doing some militant coup type of thing. We'll find out soon when the season starts. If he does come on, I'm thinking because of the amount of disrespect from Atletico Madrid, especially from this saga, if we face them in the Champions League, and this is very likely, I believe the greatest cherry, no, not even the cherry, I'll get to the cherry. I believe the cake would be him smashing the goal in that knocks them out. Now imagine the scenes, imagine the headlines, and imagine the storylines. I need this to happen. I don't care if he comes on and he's mid. As long as he does that, you know what? Alvarez, you got it. Let's move on to the next category. We got the breakout season. So now we're going to be talking about players that are going to have their peak this season, right? Players who are going to really go crazy. And as you can see, you can already see some of the things that I'm going to talk about. Once again, still my opinion. Agree with me, I will interact with it. Don't agree with me, I won't. I don't care. Boom. Danny Olmo. No longer Danny Almost. Okay, how many times have you watched this man almost have a ban? Every time he has an almost, it's almost Puskas level of almost, right? But it's never there. And when it is there, it's beautiful. But sometimes it's never there. Now, the biggest thing about this man is in every low block team, every harambal team, he is demonic. He moves like crazy. He's amazing against those type of teams. And we know Mourinho's Madrid is going to be sitting in a low block. That's his time. If I'm Hansi Flick, I'm putting him on every single Clásico. If he performs crazy during the Clásico, I think people will love him, and I think that title of Danny almost will strip away. But I also believe this season he's going to have a great one. He's obviously on a generational head high because of the World Cup win. That's great. So yeah, he's going to do great. Gerard Martin. Gerald Martini. All the types of ways you could call him. I think he's going to become a machine this season. First season, I think we kind of just picked a guy out, you know, of La Masia or the B team and said, yo, pull up. We need somebody, right? He came on, he was kind of trash. Like, the only silver lining, the golden light that he had was in that Champions League game against Inter, where he gave the 2 crosses to bring us back in. Because of that game, we saw what he could become. And then the next season, which is the last season, he broke out there, I would say. I would say he showed quality in his games. He was amazing. And one thing that you got to keep in mind, this guy has a crazy power shot. The way he pings the ball towards the net, especially during a low block game where, you know, we might be struggling a little bit, he tries to strike it and slime it, and it's always almost in there. His crosses are beautiful too. So I think this season he's going to take what he learned from last season, hone it, because I believe he is going to be amazing. Barcelona, top 5 center back in the world. I would say top 1. Obviously, bias, whatever. I don't care what you have to say. I think he is the best center back in the world right now, especially how he showed it in the World Cup. 1 goal conceded in the entire. This guy is phenomenal. I think from what we see in Barca, because of our high line, we don't get to see his top tier performance. And that's not to say he's bad. He's amazing. He's still really good. He is amazing. He is phenomenal. And I think he showed that there is a way to play him to make him even, you know, shinier than what he is. Fermin Lopez. This guy has been my favorite player since I started seeing him play. He is so dangerous. His pressure, his press, his running, his dribbling is also pretty good too. His finishing skills though. I'm telling you, when he strikes a ball, there's a huge % chance it's going to go in. And it's not going to go in like tap in, boop, bop, boop, whatever. It is a beautiful strike too. Last season and the season before that, I would say the season before that is when I really started falling in love with this guy, because he was amazing, phenomenal. Off the bench, he always made an impact. He was set to be in the World Cup, right? But because he got his injury, he couldn't. So now he has this immense pressure to prove something, right? A player at this level, at this skill, with a bone to pick, with something to show, something to prove, they're only going to get better. And knowing that his national team that he didn't get to play for won, that's going to add that extra oomph that he needs, right? And I believe if we don't sign Al and if Varane leaves and, we have no other choice but to play with whoever we have, he could be a great striker, in my opinion. And of course, my boy, Lamine Yamal, to win the Ballon d'Or. Now, this season, even if he doesn't win it, I think he deserves it for, the last season, this season, whatever, especially with the World Cup win. There's something up there. Now, it's going to be a little bit weird when I say the World Cup win because people like to throw this narrative that he was trash, that he was absolutely garbage, that he did nothing. I'm sorry. You didn't watch the matches. This man was phenomenal, okay? He literally dictated that wing, and there was no defender stopping him. You don't watch this sport just for who scores and who assists. You watch it to see who's making a difference. And this man was making a difference. And mind you, I can agree that this was not his greatest performance. But remember, his worst, however you want to call it, performances are some players' greatest performances they could ever reach. So put some respect on my boy. He did amazing last season. That game against Atletico, oh my God, the way he aura gambled and scored immediately, that was crazy, right? But if he doesn't win it this season, for whatever reason, I don't really care. Next season, we're going to win the UCL, and he's going to win that Ballon d'Or. It's inevitable. Now let's get to category 3. We got the Clásico chaos. But when it's the Clásico, every league is tuning in. Everybody's tuning in. Let's predict some Clásico. Boom. Flick sweeps every Clásico this season. Hansi Flick has not lost an El Clásico. People might go, excuse me, brother. The first game of the last season, he lost. That wasn't him. He wasn't on the pitch, was he? He wasn't making the directions, the, calculated moves, was he? That's not him. That was his assistant manager. Like I said earlier, Mourinho, he likes to play defensive. And we have way too many good midfielders, especially if Rodri is coming on. We don't know. We haven't gotten the here we go, but everything looks like he's coming on. He's going to be great. And I think Lamine, Fermin, and Gerard Martin, they do amazing in those, low block haram games. The thing is, Barca are capable of winning those because of how much we attack. Low block, high block, however you want to play, we're going to get chances. And if we can get elite level finishers, if Lamine can get his finishing even just a little bit better, if Gordon is going to get his finishing on top, whatever it is, we know Hansi Flick can turn players into demons. And I think we're going to have a amazing Clásico, where we basically win the whole thing every time. If Hansi Flick is coaching, we are winning. Lamine is involved in every Clásico goal, right? Whether that is assisting, creating the chance, taking it up there, however he does it, this man, when he comes to the Bernabeu or whenever Real Madrid come on to the pitch, he knows he got to put on a show. And when Lamine knows he needs to do something, he doesn't fall. He rises above that. And I believe he's going to literally do anything. Every goal, there's going to be Lamine's name, whether it's his own goal, whether it's an assist, whether it's playmaking, whether it's literally breaking legs, giving a beautiful goal shot, pass, goal, whatever. Boom. Barca win a Clásico by 4+ goals. This is Hansi Flick we're talking about. He wins games and he attacks. This is not a crazy prediction. The way Barca attack, we are definitely going to run up the score. Have 1 or 2 players that are a little janky, funky that day, we are sliming it in. I don't think we really even need an elite striker for that. I think we have many players who have great striking ability, and we're just going to win. Like, what can I say? 4+ goals, whether that's 4-0, 4-5-1, whatever. We're going to win at least one Clásico with 4+ goals, and Lamine hat-trick at the Bernabeu. Now, you might be a little confused. Why is the gif Lamine hugging Messi? Because Messi, Bernabeu's owner. And just as Messi handed the title of the World Cup to Lamine, he's going to hand the title of owner. I believe this season some way, somehow, whether it's in that 4+ goal game, Lamine is gonna hit a nasty hat trick. Next one, Mourinho sees a red in a Clásico. I think this one is just kind of I needed to throw something. I need to be able to look back on this and go like, yeah, I definitely knew that. Like, like I predict, like nobody would have ever guessed. But he's a pretty emotional guy. I don't think it's unfair to say he's gonna get a red card. And I think in a Clásico would be the best way for it to happen. Last, glory or bust. Either having all the glory or we're busting. Barca win La Liga by 10+ points. Certain players, certain moments, certain injuries. Once again, I can't really blame the injuries too much, but because of those things, we could have had this last season, but we kind of messed up a little bit. It wasn't the greatest, but we still won. We won La Liga. We won La Liga at Camp Nou on top of Real Madrid's head. That's beautiful right there. So couldn't have asked for more. But this season, I'm asking for more. We are definitely going to win by 10+ points. And I have to say, there's got to be some sort of, evil eye negative, or I'm not going to say evil eye, but a shocker loss. Maybe during the build-up, the point stuff, a little bit of, we know from last season and the season before last season, yesterseason, some team, some random bum team just pulls up and just absolutely cracks down, whether it's because our players are having a bad day or because they're Araujo. And even with that, we still managed to win. Down 2, win by 5. This is a very highly specific comeback prediction. If you were to hit a freaking parlay on this, you're gonna hit. I promise you. If you see us go down 2, just go into the freaking thing and be like, up by 5 and by the second half, whatever, right? That's not gambling advice. But so we know with Hansi Flick, like I said earlier, we do concede the goal a lot, right? Especially the other team usually finds a way to get in there first. However, we've seen it multiple times, even to the point where last season we were kind of known as the second half team. Right, first half, some days you're going to get a beautiful gameplay and we're just going to finish the game in the first half. And some days we're going to be down like crazy. Second half, they come on. It's like, okay, cool. I guess you guys had your fun. Let's finish the game now. And we just bang, 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 bang. But I think we're going to get another match like that. And it's going to be an exciting one, thrilling. And finally, the La Sexta. Like I said, we already have amazing attackers, right? Last season, many people will go, oh, the defense was bad. The defense was terrible. Defense, it was the defense. Hansi, high line, Hansi, high line. Yo, relax. The defense was never in question. But think about the attackers. We missed too many chances. Rashford, Varane. We had attackers that were great, but they just couldn't net the ball. Disappointing, right? But now we're reinforcing the attack line. Maybe getting Alvarez, a striker. We may have Hamza on the field. Varane, if he leaves, cool. If he doesn't, he's just going to be a bench player. Like, I'm not going to lie. He's not a terrible player. He's a good player. He's just not someone that if I see him on the starting lineup, I'm going to go, oh, this is going to be a great game. I'm just going to go like, okay, I guess we'll see what happens. And the best thing, pop off the cherry on that cake, if we get Alvarez to knock out Atletico Madrid, final is being hosted at the Metro. What if we knock them out, go all the way there? I'm not saying what if, I'm saying what when, right? Because it's gonna happen. We go in there, whoever our opponent is, we don't care, right? We go in there, bang, 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 slam them out, pick up the trophy in front of their head. We're winning the UCL, let's do it. Easy prediction to slip in the bet right there. We're winning every trophy. I don't know what kind of competitions are happening. Obviously, there's the usuals like the League, the Champions League, Copa del Rey, Supercopa de España, everything, all of this, whatever. If there's random freaking tournament. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Leave your opinions in the comments below. If you say anything that, is like an echo chamber, and you're basically saying what I'm saying and you're showing a lot of love, I am probably going to enjoy that. I'm probably going to like that comment, maybe even reply a little bit, right? And if you say anything negative or if you fact check me, even if you're 100% correct, I don't care. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe, do everything, come on. We're only at like 12 subscribers. Let's get to 1,000 by the end of this video, right? Thank you so much for watching. Great day, whatever. I'm excited for the new season. It's been too long.